Welcome to the next edition of Talking HR. Today we're honoured to have the Honourable Robyn Parker, State Member for Maitland, Minister for the Environment and Minister for Heritage. Welcome, Robyn.
Hi, Craig.
And what we thought we'd talk about today is the New South Wales Government's exciting Job Actions Plan. So do you want to give us a little bit of an idea about how the Job Action Plan works?
We came into government wanting to stimulate jobs growth, and particularly in regional areas. It's obviously close to my heart, close to your heart, that we stimulate that growth. We had a target of over 100,000 new jobs in our first 2 years of office. We've exceeded that, at least 123,000 new jobs. And so the Job Action Plan is targeting small businesses in particular, but businesses to create new jobs, to keep people in employment, to attract people into employment, and to offer payroll tax incentives.
Yeah, and I think they're the key components of it. So essentially this is a payroll tax rebate scheme. So what is the eligibility terms?
What we're saying to employers who are paying payroll tax, not only will there be an extension in terms of their tax-free threshold.
Yep. So the threshold's moving up from 689,000 to 750,000?
It is, and that's for a further couple of years. But the other incentives are for those people who are paying payroll tax, those businesses. We're saying for each additional new employee, over and above what they've already got employed, in a sustained period of time, they will get a payment for those employees. So it's $2,000 for the first year, and a further $3,000 after that, the next anniversary.
And that's up from originally it was $4,000 when you first brought this in, when you guys come to power.
Yeah, so that's a decent increase, and we think those new jobs are what we're driving, and certainly I've been delighted today to see that New South Wales is performing really well and better than most states in terms of its job growth.
Yeah, that's exciting stuff.
Yeah, so our unemployment has gone down to 5.4 from 5.5, so that's a fantastic outcome. Targeting regional jobs is critical, and that's what this program's aiming to do.
Yeah, so reading the paperwork, that seems to be a big priority for the state government. So I think you've allocated around 40% of this funding towards what you deem as non-metro areas. So I'm assuming Maitland and the Hunter Valley would be in that area?
Absolutely, Maitland and the Hunter Valley, and really when you think about it, we've got a lot going for us in terms of infrastructure, proximity to major metropolitan areas, and these new jobs may well be resourced from people relocating, working remotely, or they could be new jobs in a new enterprise.
Yep. So I suppose it gives confidence to a small to medium employer in that payroll tax threshold, if they're going to put on a new staff member or create a new job, that there's going to be a benefit from them. And I suppose the example to give is a small business that hires a new staff member in a new role. They're paying approximately $40,000 in payroll tax. If that new job and the headcount is sustained, they'll get $2,000 benefit back on that rebate in year one, and then $3,000 in year two. So that's how it works?
That's exactly how it works.
Perfect.
And so it's about incentives. It's really saying to employers that our government, the coalition government, sees employers as being hugely valuable, and particularly in small business, to provide incentives to increase their employment opportunities. So really that's what we're saying is, here's a little bit to help you on your way to get an extra employee, rather than what we saw in the past, people penalised for increasing their employees. So that's why we've continued the payroll tax threshold and increased it. Increase those payments for another couple of years.
So for small employers in the Maitland region, they've got 30 days after they hire the new staff member to fill in the application forms, and I imagine they're on the state government websites. And then once that's processed, then their application or their rebate would be paid out on the anniversary of the first and second year.
Yeah, so it's pretty easy. And it's not perhaps a lot of money, but it certainly makes a difference, and every new job is really critically important. And we're carrying that right through. So in spite of What you might hear in New South Wales, we've employed 4,000 extra nurses, so they're new positions. So new police, this is about small business, helping with that, and really, keeping the economy going. It's vital.
Excellent. All right, well, thank you very much for your time today, Robyn.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Cheers.